Hello friends, welcome to a new episode of What Happened in China where we explore the culture to place. Today, as everyone is asking, we continue recording about this unknown section of the Great Wall of China. The sun was peeking over the horizon as I was headed back to the Great Wall of China. A few years ago, I had the opportunity to visit one of the most tourist and crowded sections of this majestic architectural work. However, this time my goal was different. I want to explore a lesser known and more secluded part of the world, where I could immerse myself in the history and discovery of the best kept secrets. I decided to start my adventure very early in the morning when the sky started singing with the soft tones and the cool mountain breeze caressed my face. The path to the less traveled section of the wall took me through the picturesque landscape and tradition village, increasing my anticipation for what lay ahead. Arriving at a less crowded section of the wall, I was amazed by the impressive landscape that stretched me out in front of me. Vegetated mountains loomed majestically over the horizon, and the wall meandering across the hilltops like an ancient stone dragon. Fresh, pure air filled my lungs as I started to prepare my hike. The absence of crowds allowed me to fully immerse myself in the natural grandeur of this place. Each step I took brought to me closer panoramic view that can only be seen in the less visited part of the world. I feel lucky to be surrounded by the natural beauty and the tranquility of this magnificent place. As I made my way along the wall, I was captivated by its impressive and magnificent architecture. The high and robust wall seems to tell histories about brave warriors and ancient dynasties. I imagine the ancient builders hard at this work building these walls one by one, hoping to protect their land and people. Some parts of the wall were worn down by passage of the time, but the only added to the charm and authenticity of the experience in certain sections was the brick were centuries old, which made appreciate even more the historical and importance of this momentum. On my walk, I hear some locals telling legend about myths and construction of the wall. One of the most popular stories told a young maiden named Meng Jinggu, whose husband was forced to work building the wall. It was said that her breaking, crying up and leaving one of the death of her love caused the section of the wall to collapse. This legend added a magical and intriguing touch to my experience. I feel transported to the ancient time where reality and fantasy interview in a measured way. Listening to these stories, I imagine how wall and the witness countless historical events and how this legend has endured through the centuries. As I move away from the busy areas, the home of the tourists gave me the silence of the history. I was alone in the middle of this colossal monumentum, only accompanied with the whisper of the wine and the echo of the past. The silence allowed me to reflect on the greatness of the construction and the significant history that carried with it. At this time like this, I will stop to contemplate the beauty of the landscape and imagine what life will be like in ancient times when we wall serves a defensive function symbolizing the strength and unity of the Chinese Empire. I feel a deep respect for the history that lay before my eyes and was immersed in the moment of introspection, grateful for the opportunity to be there and be part of something so momentous. In addition to this imposing presence, I was impressed by the intricate architecture of the wall. The perfect placed bricks and ornamented patterns that adorn some sections testify to the ingenuity and skills of the ancient architects. I stop in the front of section that display combination of careful carved bricks and stones. Every detail seems to have a meaning, and I imagine the builders discuss the plans and working with precision to achieve an amazing results. The artistry and precision of the construction was evident at every turn, led me to admire the dedication and effort that went into this magnificent work. The lesser-known section of the wall allowed me to enjoy the walk through the crowds of tourists that often saturate the more popular section. I had the feeling that I was exploring an unknown territory like a true adventurer discovering hidden treasures. The silence and tranquility surround me. I could appreciate every detail and every corner without distraction. I was grateful for the opportunity to enjoy this rare privilege. The path I followed was narrow and winding, allowing me to explore the world at my own pace and feel connected to the history and surround it. As my walk continued, I realized the Great Wall of China was not only an impressive historical monument, but also a place for reflection. I found myself deeply troubled as walking through these walls that have witnessed centuries of history and change in the world around them. I wonder about this immense amount of work and resource that went into building this architectural marvel. I also wonder about the purpose behind the wall construction and how well witnessed countless events through Chinese history. As I ascend to the higher point of the wall, I was able to appreciate even more the greatness of the nature that surrounded it. The intense green and mountains contrast with the gray of the sun create a unique and dazzling landscape. The chirping of birds and the hum of speck mingled with the sound of wind blowing through the trees. I felt at the wonder when nature and grateful for the opportunity to witness this beauty. With every step I took, I know this Great Wall of China experience will stay with me forever. The majestic of the walls, the legend that endured, and the silence of history merge in its historical and magic and imposing experience. I say goodbye to the wall. I feel a mixture of nostalgia and gratitude that have a chance to explore it with an impressive monument again. The experience reminds me of the importance of preserving and appreciating humanity's historical heritage. I left with certainty that one day I will walk in these walls once more. On my way back, I meet a local old man who had lived around this wall for his entire life. He shares stories about the childhood and how he used to play around the wall with his friends. His eyes shine with emotion as I remember this moment full of innocence and fun. The old man told me about how the wall had been an integral part of his life and how he had witnessed with the growth and development of this community over the years. History made me appreciate even more with the significance that had for the people who live near it, not only for tourists but attraction, but a symbol of identity and cultural roots. As I continue my tours to the towns near the wall, curious about the daily life of the people who had lived in this remote area, I was wandering in the marble street and local markets where locals sold their fresh products and handmade crafts. The warm hospitality of the people struck me deeply, so I chatted about the street vendors and tried some delicious dishes, allowing me to immerse myself in the rich culture and tradition of this region. Every corner of this place seemed to contain a fascinating history. The old buildings and cobblestone street transported me to another era as I had traveled back through the centuries. The traditional house with the curved roofs and the shops selling local products remind me of the importance of preserving ancient tradition in the midst of technology, advance, and modernity. I hope you're enjoying this unique experience. See you soon in the next video. We will continue to explore these magical wonders around China. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.